Hello, Pamela Spence, medical herbalist here. These are the clinic notes for this week. So it is the 25th of June today, and the world is beginning to emerge out of lockdown. And it's become a little bit of a tradition for me to do my clinic notes at the end of lockdown clinic week. So this week, it's been a lot about anxiety coming out of lockdown and how to manage that. And I spoke to that very much in last week's film. So if you are feeling a bit anxious about how we move forward and what to do and how to be as the rules are changing and things are changing quickly, then please go and look at last week's film. This week, I'm particularly thinking of the parents out there who are coping with some real changes to the school schedule. Now, I'm in Scotland, and we had a situation where we were all ready to go, knowing that our children would go to school for a day and a half a week in our area, and what those days would be and how the bubbles would work. And then just as we got that and we told the kids, then suddenly we got an announcement to say, nope, they're all going back full time in August. And so I notice, and this is for people who are not parents as well, I notice this feeling of, rapid change happening again. And it reminds me of what it felt like at the beginning of lockdown, where it felt like things were changing every day and I don't know the rules and can I do this and can I not do that? And that intrinsically brings some stress. Whether you've experienced that as anxiety or not is completely down to your constitutional type and your body's way of manifesting stress. You may not feel that, but you might notice your gut a bit tighter. Somebody this morning said they'd started grinding their teeth and they have no idea why. A little bit rattier with the people around about you. Those would all be signs that so we've been in this bubble wrapped up with very clear, very strict rules, but people like rules. It makes us feel secure most of the time. We like to break them a bit, but generally we like rules and it makes us feel secure. And things are feeling a little bit unsecure now. And if you're anything like myself and my husband with a clinic business, we're now also looking at it thinking, gosh, we really do need to think about how we will reopen to the public, to bring public into our whole team of people who work there in hands-on therapies. What's it going to look like? So there's lots of change and movement. And it just makes me want to take a big deep breath. So actually that's one of the first things I tell you to do is if you start getting into this kind of overwhelm situation, is just take a big deep breath, step back. One of my favorite ways around this is make a list, so get a piece of paper. It sounds really simple, but it can really help you. Don't let those things go round and round in your brain and keep you awake at night. Get a piece of paper, split it into, I have clinic and patients and home life and my consultancy work with Twinings, for example, are my 4 aspects. And then I write down all of the things that I have to do in each of those quadrants, and I keep that piece of paper with me or near me until I'm done. Others might be more technical than me and use boards like Trello and online things, but I'm a pretty simple gal in terms of tech, and that's how I like to do it. And then I don't have to keep thinking about it. If you do keep thinking about it, look out for remedies like California poppy, which is right now, if you look at my Instagram, it's in flower in my garden right now. It's the most amazing colour of orange, yellowy orange. It's completely beautiful. That's the key remedy. So there are teas out there in the world with that in it, for example. That's the key remedy for people whose minds are just going and they can't stop. The thing I always ask my patients is, when you wake up in the night, is radio, whatever the name is, so for me, Radio Pamela, is it already going? Is the monkey brain already chattering away? If so, California poppy is the remedy for you. So get those thoughts out of your head onto a bit of paper and then work through them. And don't try to do too many things in a day. And that's the other thing. It's the summer. So we've had midsummer now. And the schools in Scotland break up on Friday. I understand where you are, that might not be the case, but we're moving towards it. And we've been doing this lockdown thing for a long time. And so I think it's really important to take time out to really just stop running at it, take time off work, have a holiday, even though you might not be going anywhere, if that is at all possible, wherever you can slot it in over the winter, over the summer months. For myself, I'm going to be taking the next 2 weeks off clinic. That's because it is the start of the school summer holidays here in Scotland, and I feel the need to regroup and just spend a little bit of time with my family. So I will still be working on other things, but taking time away from patients to really look after myself and walk my talk about self-care is really important. And so I really encourage you to do that too. Other things I've noticed this week, hay fever, oh my, the pollen levels are off the charts. So I wrote an article on hay fever for a magazine, which I have posted the link on my Facebook page. So if you go to Facebook, and my page is Pamela Spence Herbalist, capital PH, capital, you see I need a holiday, capital PS and H, Pamela Spence Herbalist. You will find it there in the list. And the other thing I just wanted to give people a heads up about is that if you can see the doors behind me, God bless IKEA wardrobe doors, that's all I can say, that cover our cupboard here in my working room. That array of post-it notes is one of the things I've been working on during lockdown, which is creating an online community. So I get so many requests to teach, and I love teaching, but I just can't fulfill them all. And so I thought a way of doing that would be to create an online membership, an online community where people pay a little amount a month to be there, to get teaching every month, relating it back to the seasons, talking about how we can use life skills, like I was talking about, the tips about writing down what you need to do, as well as getting to know a herb really well every month, one that you can grow or access easily so that you can keep it at home and build your own medicine chest, and just really take that time out, particularly for people who feel really stressed and who feel like they're juggling all the balls and they don't know how to stop. We can stop the overwhelm. It is possible. There's a million ideas on how to do it out there. I have a particular way I can make it really easy. So I'm going to spend my 2 weeks starting to build that idea and flesh it out. I'm really excited about it. Please expect to see more posts about it. If you would like to be part of that community and that sounds like something you'd like, please drop me a line. Email me info@pamelaspence.co.uk. Leave me a message below this if you're seeing this on YouTube. And certainly pop over to my Facebook page, which is Pamela Spence Herbalist, and follow me there or private message me there. And let's get together and create something really cool that can help us coming out of this. I am not going to be doing, therefore, clinic updates for the next 2 weeks, but I might be doing some posts around explaining what this community is going to look like to you. And I hope that you are well where you are, and that coming out of lockdown is going as smoothly as it can. And when it all feels a bit much, just remember to take a big deep breath. I've been doing lots of those and I will continue to do so. Speak to you soon.